Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this Coding with Minecraft session this morning. We are so excited to be here with you this morning. My name is Jess, and I am a junior high science and math teacher living in Vancouver, British Columbia. Really excited this morning to be here with you. I'm going to introduce you to the gentlemen that are below me here in the stream, and they're going to get us started. Amar?
Thanks, Jesselyn. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to Minecraft Education Edition, Starting Coding. So my name's Amar. I'm a teacher in the Greater Toronto area. I was formerly working at Microsoft, and I had a great chance to work alongside the Minecraft team. That was a lot of fun, and now I'm here playing Minecraft for a living. Isn't that great? And with me, I have Guillaume. Guillaume, let's say hi to the folks.
Hi, everyone. My name is Guillaume Laporte. I'm joining in from Sherbrooke, Quebec. I used to be a robotics teacher. Now I work in a fab lab or a makerspace. So I use coding almost every day. We create all sorts of contraptions with 3D printers and laser cutters. And I'm really excited to be here today because I'm a big fan of Minecraft and I love this little agent that we're going to show you in a few minutes. So much potential and so much fun. So hopefully we'll learn quite a bit today in this advanced Minecraft workshop.
And y'all met Jesselyn earlier. If you have any comments, questions, we're going to give you a form link, and Jesselyn's actually going to be watching that, and she'll be able to get our attention. And also, she'll be jumping in the session as well, so we do look forward to that. Before we get going, I want to make a light acknowledgement. I acknowledge that I'm presenting from the traditional territory of the Mississauga, the Credit people. I am so grateful for always being here, being able to play Minecraft from this land and being able to share it with those around me. And I'm not sure if everyone heard about the news in Saskatchewan. I wish I could say that was a one-time thing, but you know that it happened a couple weeks earlier in British Columbia, and that's the history of the residential schools and the atrocities that our government created. And I want to be mindful as a Canadian citizen that we never allow that to happen again. And I need to reflect on how I, as a person, can make sure that we can continue coexisting on this land and respecting the treaties that were made so that things like the residential schools can never happen again. Okay. And a kind reminder, if you were here in the morning or if you're joining us fresh, this is a pause, rewind, and replay workshop. At any point, if I'm going too fast, if I show something and you're like, how did he do that? Hit the pause button, rewind it. Don't try to fast forward anything if you're watching this live, because you can't actually fast forward until it happens, but you can pause and rewind it no matter when. Now, there's that form link we talked about earlier. We want to hear from you. Where are you joining us from? And were you here in the morning with us for our Redstone session? Let us know using the same form if you were here in the morning, and if you're brand new right now, it's thecc.page/block2. So where are you connecting to us from? And did you join the morning session on Redstone? Let us know.
That was a fun session. For those of you, so we built all sorts of contraptions using redstone. We had trouble with animals getting inside our contraption, so that was that was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we won't have that kind of problem with our agent in this workshop.
I hope not. I think this world, they thankfully kept all the chickens out of my way. Apologies to those chickens earlier.
All right, so we have Elma and Thea and Mrs. Williams, grade 6. Mrs. Gorley from London, Ontario. So we have many classes joining us. So excellent. And they say they were here for the Redstone session, most of them.
Amazing. Awesome. Welcome back. Glad to have you with us. And if any of you are new, glad to see that you're joining us. Let's talk about what we're going to do today. Number one, we're going to be introduced to something called block coding. I wonder how many of you have done block coding before. After that, we're going to dive into a coding tutorial world and meet your agent. I'm not sure if you've ever met the agent before in Minecraft, but we're going to introduce you. He's a good friend, and he can do some cool things that we're going to discover how to use him. Things like automatically harvest things for you, things like protect you, things like build things for you. Guillaume's a really good builder using the agent and coding, and I know I can learn a thing or 10 from him on that.
Hey, Amar, before we go any further, I have a question because in the previous workshop, some students asked us, is it okay if we play in Minecraft Java edition? So if we want to code with the agent, is it okay if we play in normal Minecraft, or do we have to be in Minecraft Education?
Solid question, because that escaped my mind. So students, for this one, you do need to be in Education Edition, okay? If you don't have Education Edition, you might want to pause it. You might want to message your teacher, because the coding will not work. And we're actually going to go into the library, and that's not going to work for you either. So you do need Education Edition for this particular one. After you meet your agent, we're going to dive into doing some trials and learning how to use them. And then hopefully we're going to leave feeling like Minecraft coding masters. Get ready for that good feeling. Well, let's hear from you. Have you ever coded before? Have you ever coded before? You can give me a simple yes or no, but you know what I really like to hear, and I know what Guillaume and Jesselyn would love to bring attention to, is if you have coded, what did you code? How did you code? What did you use? Was it like a Sphero? Was it our code? You let us know. And maybe if you've never coded before, that's cool too, just simple no. But maybe you know what it is, let us know. Go for it.
So other examples might include Scratch, the Lego Mindstorm robotics set, that counts too. More advanced, maybe Arduino, that works. Raspberry Pi, that works too.
So you've been teaching robotics for a number of years, and you've been doing coding for a pretty long time. Do you mind if I ask you, Guillaume, how long have you been teaching coding?
For a really, really long time. This was my part-time job when I started out going to university to become a teacher. So this is how I paid for my studies, doing after-school robotic classes. So I've been doing that for roughly 20 years now.
That is a fun fact I never knew about you, Guillaume. Thank you.
So we have people who say that they love coding. They make their own game with apps. So yes, you can code apps. Some say they use, Max says he has used JavaScript.
Amazing, Max.
I'll just jump in here too. I see that we've got Brayson, who has done some Java, HTML, and CSS. I personally super excited to be in this coding workshop. I've never coded in Minecraft before, so I'm just as much of a student. But I've done some, CSS, HTML, some building websites, that kind of thing. Way back in high school, I remember taking a web design class and thinking that it was so foreign. It felt like it was just, staring at a black screen and typing what I felt like was gibberish. So I love these block-based coding programs now that make it really more easy, and it's like it doesn't feel so out there and inaccessible.
Amazing, Jesselyn. I might need to lean on you for help as well. I've only learned coding like literally 3 or 4 years ago, so I'm still pretty much a novice, and I would love to learn more from both of your experiences. So that's amazing. For those of you that don't know what coding is just giving the computer instructions. Like, you literally tell it step by step what to do. To give you an example of something you code maybe if not every day, hopefully a week or every couple weeks, think about using the microwave. Think about putting food inside the microwave, setting it to what heat it needs to be on, how many seconds or minutes it's going to heat up that plate. That's coding, giving that microwave step-by-step instructions on how to heat your food. So it doesn't have to be something complex like giving your computer instructions on how to make an app. Coding is really simple, and block coding, which most of us are going to use today, is how you learn. It's really easy to dive into. You just have to think about what it's saying, and we'll figure that out as we get there. I noticed some of you mentioned JavaScript. If you want to use JavaScript, I'll show you how, but I would recommend everyone sticks to block coding, especially if it's the first time you're using your agent in Minecraft. We're actually going to jump into this agent tutorial world, and I'll show you how to do that. Excuse me. In this world, you're going to meet your friend, the agent. That's Guillaume's agent right there. I'll introduce you to a couple fun facts about them, and after you exit those doors, you're going to have to use your agent to do some trials. These are trials that teach you how to use them. How do I get them to move? How do I get them to harvest things? How do I get them to break blocks if I need it? There's a lot of fun challenges in here, and there's a lot of fun mazes. We'll do probably challenge 1 and 2 together as a group, and I'm probably going to let your hands go on challenge 3, and then you're going to have to figure things out. And as usual, me, Jesselyn, and Guillaume are going to hang out in the back. Let us know in the forums if you need us. Otherwise, we'll slowly go through it ourselves alongside you. And you can feel free to watch us. If you're like, I still don't feel comfortable, what are they doing? Hey, we're going to be here. And remember, pause, play, rewind. At this point, let's get logged in and let's get set up. So I'm going to open up Minecraft again. Once you open up Minecraft Education Edition, remember, you're going to log in with your school email. And you're going to be on this main menu just like me. If you need more time, this is a great spot to pause it. And I'm going to wait 10 to 20 seconds before I keep on going forward. But get logged in, use your school email, your school ID, pause it if you need to contact your teacher to figure out what that is. But you're going to be on the main menu with me. So let's get going. I'm excited right now. I'll be honest with you, Guillaume and Jesselyn. I have not spent enough time with my agent. And I'm actually planning on learning quite a bit myself right now.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. Every time I open Minecraft, I feel really excited. I got challenged by my students last school year. I asked them to give me a growth mindset challenge, and they said, learn how to play Minecraft. And so it was something I was really nervous about at first, but it's been really fun. So every time I get a chance to get in there, I get really excited.
So students, if you didn't hear what Jesselyn said, use the word growth mindset as a challenge for your teacher. They're going to love that language. Be like, hey, I want you to have a growth mindset mind and learn to play Minecraft. That's going to really get your teacher going, and maybe you'll have more opportunities to play in the classroom.
Yeah, they also challenged me to learn how to do a backflip. So that was really fun. I did both.
I can't do that. My back would give out. That is crazy, Jesselyn. Kudos to you. Okay, we're all logged in right now. Follow this step by step to make sure you're in the right world to learn how to use that agent. Number 1, we're going to hit play. Number 2, you're going to go over to View Library. So one more time from the top. All I did from the main menu was hit the play button, and then I went over to View Library. Once I'm here, inside my library, I'm going to go over to the lessons. My back is hurting thinking about that backflip right now. Once you're inside the lessons, you're going to go over to the computer science option right there on the top right. It's the green button, computer science. And then I want you to go to the bottom right one more time and go into featured lessons. Featured lessons. And the second option, the one that says Code Builder Tutorial. That's the one you want to click on. One more time right from the top. I'll go a little extra slow this time, and then we're going to get started. From the main menu, you hit play. Then you hit View Library. And you're going to choose Lessons right at the top left. And you're going to go to the green button that says Computer Science right in the corner, top right. Then you're going to go to the bottom right, Featured Lessons. You'll notice the agent is right there. That's how you know it's the right one. And then the one that has like the nice zoom in of your agent, Code Builder Tutorial. Go ahead. Let's hit Create World. Let's get going with our agent. Now I'm in the world. You might still be loading. Feel free to watch my video no matter what. Pause your game. And let's talk about what we're going to do. First of all, you'll notice we have our agent right here. Hey there, little buddy. I am looking forward to getting to know you. Feel free to read through these signs. They give you some helpful advice, things I might forget to tell you, so do feel free to read that if you need some help. And then when you're ready, you're just going to open the doors and walk straight out And you'll notice we have our first challenge. Challenge 1, and that's the start plate. Notice it gives you some instructions. If you've never used Immersive Reader before, and if you need it, feel free to look at that board and press the I button. That's going to open up Immersive Reader. I don't know how you learn, but I like to learn using bimodal reading. That means I read with my eyes and I listen with my ears. Using Immersive Reader, I can do that. So by pressing I on this board, I've literally just opened up that text, and I can hit the play button, I can hear it, and I can read it. So I'm just going to go through this.
Welcome to the agent trials. Challenge 1, go forward. Move your agent to the start plate to begin. You can stand on the start plate and use teleport to the player. To quickly get your agent into position, be aware of your agent's rotation. You can rotate your agent using turn. Program your agent to move forward. Stop on the gold plate to complete the challenge.
Okay, that gave me a lot of instructions, and I understood a lot of that because I've done this before. If you're brand new, that might sound a little scary. Don't worry. Me, Jesselyn, and Guillaume got you. Just follow along, and I'll show you what we're doing. The first thing you're going to do is step back a little bit, and I want you to press the C button. On your keyboard, there's a C button. That's for coding. If you're using the iPad, there's a button at the top that looks like the agent's face. You're going to tap that with your finger. But anyone else with a keyboard, you're going to press C for coding, and that's going to open up our coding engine. That's Code Builder.
Hey, Amar.
Yeah.
Sorry, just really quick. We have a couple people asking in the forum, what happens if they're having trouble connecting to the world?
Oh, that's interesting. So a couple of things they can do. They can either exit Minecraft, try to come back to it one more time. The other thing they can do, which might be important, is I'm going to get a link. I'm going to drop that in chat. I'm going to hope you can forward that there. They can actually download the world from education.minecraft.net. Give me 1 second, and I'll do Code Builder tutorial. It's in Spanish, of course. We don't want that one. Not today. Unless you speak Spanish, then feel free. Guillaume, can you do me a favor? Can you find that link from education.minecraft.net? Are you comfortable?
Yes, I can try.
And Guillaume's going to drop that in chat in a second. The other thing you can do is download it from that website. The library is the easiest way. But if you're having issues with the library, use that link that Guillaume's going to drop in a minute. Now, once you open Code Builder for the first time, it's going to give you 3 options, okay? 3 options. Make sure you select the purple button, the one that says Microsoft Make Code. And remember, if you're still figuring out how to download that world, let us know through the forums if you need help. But you can also hit the pause button until you're ready to watch this. Now I'm going to click on the first option, Microsoft Make Code, the purple button. That's going to open up my Code Builder. And now you'll notice I can start my project. Don't worry about the tutorials. Today, all you're going to do is select a new project, that green plus button, the one that's right here at the top, new project. Let's call this Code Builder, or let's call this Agent Learning, because we're going to learn how to use the agent today. So I'm going to call the project Agent Learning, and that's it. I'm going to hit create. That's going to show me my code now. My code is super duper empty right now, just probably like your code. So let's talk about what we're seeing on the screen, okay? This whole big gray space is called our workspace. Anything we put here is our code. That's what we're going to tell our agent to do. From the left-hand column over here, those are all the options on what we can tell the agent to do. The first thing I'm going to do is call my agent out here. Because if you notice, when I'm in the game, my agent's still inside the room. Let's bring him out to play. When I press C and I look at my code, I'm going to change the onChat command to TP. TP. That stands for teleport, okay? TP. And which one of these buttons do you think controls the agent? If you look really close, do you think it's basic? Do you think it's player? Do you think it's blocks? Do you think it's mobs? If you've been yelling agents at me, you're right. It's the agent button, the one that's kind of orangish. I want you to grab agent teleport to tilde, 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 000, facing west. Grab that one, hold it, and drag it. And I want you to put that under on chat command. Make sure you change that to TP by clicking on that, TP, TP, agent teleport to 000. And if you've got this set, like me, hit that green play button. All I did was change the on chat command to TP, go into agent, grab that agent teleport to tilde 0, tilde 0, tilde 0, facing west. And watch what happens when you press TP. Stand anywhere you want, doesn't matter where you're standing, okay? Open up your chat and say TP. Hey, the little buddy's there. Maybe I want to bring him over here, and I'm going to say TP again. Notice that no matter where I teleport him, he's always facing west, which is really cool because it means he's ready. So when you're ready, I want you to stand on this wooden plate right over here. You'll know you're standing on it when those lights go on. Stand there. Press your chat and press TP. Our little buddy is ready to start right now. Our goal is to get him from right over there all the way down that gold plate. When they get over here, we know we've finished the first challenge.
AMR?
Yep.
Two things I would like to add. First of all, if you look at the agent, I can see that the agent is on a pressure plate with redstone lamps. So there must be redstone somewhere in that maze to make things work. So this is what we've been doing in the previous lesson. And second, that agent, for me, I like to think of the agent as a puppy, and you need to teach your agent new tricks. So right now we've just taught our agent the first trick. So this is come here, So that's teleport to me. That's the first trick that we taught him, but we'll be teaching him all sorts of things. So we'll need to find clear commands for our little agent.
Thank you, Guillaume. Now let's look at that code. So tilde 0 means no matter where I'm standing, it's going to pop out right at my feet. That's what those numbers mean, okay? If you've ever made a graph, those are actually the X and Y axes, if you ever remember that. And the third number is the Z-axis. Don't worry about it too much. But okay, we've got them here. Now we got to move them down this challenge. How many steps do you think that is? I like to try to break things, and I can see the block. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you have a better way to count this, Guillaume? I'm curious, because I'll be honest, this isn't that accurate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's going to get me 10 steps. If I want them to move, go ahead.
It's better if I unmute. If you want, if you turn around, Amar, and you look up just a little bit,
Yeah.
you'll see there's a platform on top there. So if you climb that ladder, you'll get a bird's eye view of the challenge, and it will be maybe easier to see how many blocks or approximately how many blocks there are.
I find this to be harder because I can't even count the blocks. It's nice for watching. I'd like to come up here to watch my agent. I'm having a hard time seeing those blocks. And some students might be like me. Some of you might be like Guillaume, and from there you can count it. I like to be up close and just count those blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, how can we move them forward? We're going to open up our code again. We're going to go to the blue option, the one that says player. Have a new on chat command. It says on chat command, and it says jump. Don't worry about that. I like to change that word jump to C1. C1 stands for challenge 1. That's going to make me typing the start code really easy, C1. And remember, I counted out those blocks. I think I counted I forget what I counted, so maybe I'm going to say agent move forward. I'm going to grab that agent block one more time from agent. Agent move forward by. And I think I counted 8. I don't remember, Guillaume and Jesselyn. Don't tell me, don't spoil it. I want to try this. Agent move forward by 8. Now I'm going to hit that play button. I'm going to climb to the top like Guillaume mentioned, just because I can watch it a little bit cooler and nicer from up there. And when I'm ready, I'm going to open my chat and type in C1, because that's what I said my on-chat command was. Let's see what happens when they take 8 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. What happened there?
I didn't move enough.
How many more do I need? 1, 2. Jesselyn, Guillaume, I forget. What did I say to summon the agent? What do I have to type?
Oh, it's 2 letters, like the short version of teleport. So T and P.
Thank you. So I open chat, I press TP. I'm going to reset them.
Hey, Amar, how do you open the chat again?
You got an option. You can either press enter or you can press T on your keyboard. T or enter. On the iPad, you should have like a chat button. It looks like a little chat box type thing at the top. Just look at the top of your screen. Now, I know I'm 2 steps short, so I'm going to add +2 to 8. That gives me a 10. Let's try that one more time. I feel like a superstar right now. Did you see?
Good job, Amar.
Thank you, Guillaume. Notice that the doors opened, the lights are lit. I'm ready for challenge number 2, okay? This one's going to start getting a little more complicated. If you want to practice working on teleport and moving the agent forward, hit that pause button, you do you. And when you're ready, you're going to hit the play button. Let's do challenge 2 together. Challenge 3, I'm not going to help you with. From then on, you're by yourself. And if you're ready, like if you're a coder and you know what you're doing, you don't have to listen to me anymore. You can keep on going with challenge 2. If you kind of want to follow along and keep on learning, like stay with me, Guillaume and Jesselyn, we're going to do challenge 2 together. So I'm going to hit on that.
Amar?
Yes, sir.
Can you open your coding window again by pressing C? I'd like to see something in your code.
What are we looking for?
So you said agent move forward by 10. And this is the answer that you gave. But is it possible to complete the challenge with different blocks? Because you had the agent move 10 steps at once. But would it have been okay to have agent move forward 1 and agent move forward 1, 1, 1, 1, and do that 10 times? Would it have worked?
100% it would have worked. And if you're wondering what Guillaume's saying, Guillaume's asking if I just did this agent move forward by 1. So that's agent move forward. 1 + 1 is 2. And just to keep on doing that, and I'm going to even duplicate this a couple times. Just grab that.
Oh. So this answer would be correct because your agent would have made it to the end if you had 10 blocks like this. So when you code, there's always more than one way to arrive at the right answer. So sometimes our code is very efficient. Like what Amar did was only 1 line of code, right? And he reached the end. But we could have had different ways of tackling this challenge, and the next one has all sorts of strategies that you can use, so we'll keep that in mind. But what I want you to try and do your best, what Amar did, he named his code C1 for challenge 1, and his agent went from the beginning right up to the end of the challenge in only 1 command. So we don't want your agent to execute 5 or 6 different commands. We want your agent to execute only 1 blue command and reach the end. Everything needs to be tied together, not in separate blocks. So we don't want you to program your agent to move 1 and then look and move another. So we need 1 command, 1 blue block to do the entire challenge if it's possible. If you get stuck, no worries, you can split it up, but we're trying to have one program per challenge.
Thank you, Guillaume. Absolutely. Sometimes I forget how long I've been doing this and I don't explain that very well. When I started, I used to do what you said, just agent move forward by one, agent move forward by one, agent move forward by one. But at this point, I'm feeling more confident, so I just do it in that one block. But that's good to be mindful of, and that creativity piece is key. There's a million ways to solve a problem. Use the one that works best for you. Now remember, I just TP'd our agent. He's standing at the start plate. Start of challenge 2. This one has 2 gold plates. So I'm going to look at this course. What am I dealing with? So there's 1. I got to get to that one first. And then number 2 is right over there. This is quite a bit more complicated, you might notice. I'm going to have to keep going straight. Then maybe I want to turn. Then I got to turn around. Then I'm going to come back. Head over there. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is press C. Remember how to get an on-chat command?
Hey, Amar.
Yes, Jesselyn.
I'm just going to stop you for a second because we have a really good question in the form that I feel like would be my question. What if someone can't get their agent to get out of the building? They've instructed it to teleport. They put TP in the chat. They can't get it out of the building. They can't even get out here. So what do we need to do? Can we just look at that code again, make sure?
Okay, 2 things. Number 1, make sure you had on-chat command TP. Make sure you had agent teleport to tilde 0, tilde 0, tilde 0. And remember, that's under agent. It's right there. Make sure it's connected. Sometimes you put it really close. Like, look at this. I might have put it like right here. Do you notice how it's gray? Gray means it doesn't understand. It means it's broken. Like you've put something on the plate, but it's not really on the plate. Like it's on the table, it's not on the plate, so it's not working. You want to make sure you drag it up. You notice how the top of that on-chat command gets a little yellow? That's how you want it to be. Let go. Make sure it's connected. Make sure it's orange. And you probably did that right. That's fine. Sometimes other things break. The other thing I want you to make sure that you did is press that green play button. Make sure you press the green play button. You might have done that right. Other things can break as well. The last thing I want to ask you to do if those 2 things don't work is you're going to press escape. You're going to go to save and exit, close the game, start it again. If that still doesn't fix it, send a message. We'll think about it. Anything else come to mind, Guillaume or Justin?
There's another possibility, Amar, and that is when you type your command, capital letters can matter. So in your title, in the name of your command, so this TP command, if you can't have a space or a special character or something like that. So we try to keep our commands really, really short, like TP for teleport or just TELE for tele or port, or short words, no spaces, no capital letters. We keep it as simple as we can to minimize the risk of human error. So if you type it wrong with only one spelling mistake, you get 0. There's no points for trying. It has to be perfect.
Great point. Jesselyn and Guillaume, I want to take both of you with me everywhere I go because you remember all the things I don't. Brilliant. So make sure the spelling's right also. And then if the spelling was right, then try to close it and start it again. Okay. Anything else, or should I continue? I'm going to pretend you're saying I can continue because I really want to play. Okay. I'm going to break this down into pieces, okay? I know Guillaume said to do this command in one go. I'm going to test it. I'm going to reset it, and then I'm going to keep on doing it by adding to it. And what I mean by doing that is first I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click on the player command and grab on-chat command. On-chat command, and like Guillaume said, I want to keep it nice and short. So I'm going to call this C2. C2 stands for challenge 2. Now I'm going to go back in the game. Let's count out how many steps forward I need to take. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add agent move forward. I'm going to do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to test it. C2. Perfect. They're standing where I want. Now I want them to turn. So first I'm going to reset it. Now I'm going to open up my code again. And now when they're standing right here, maybe I want them to turn left. And then I want them to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's grab agent turn left. Let's grab agent move forward. 5, 5. I can already hear your brain thinking, Guillaume, I know you do it different, and we'll talk about that at the end. C2. Amazing. I'm standing right here. Now what I need to do is go back, turn, go forward, turn, and come to that gold plate. So how are we going to do that? First things first, I'm going to reset them. Now I know they're standing right here. So they're going to go back 5 more spaces because I think that's how many steps it took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Open up my code. I'm going to grab that agent move forward block one more time. Do you notice that forward button has like an arrow down next to it? Notice I can change that forward to a back, to a left, to a right. Vertical as well. I can go higher up or I can go lower down.
Because the agent can fly.
He doesn't listen to physics. Don't tell the agent about physics, or they don't listen to physics, sorry. Like they do what they feel like. Okay. Let's check that one more time. C2. Look at that moonwalk. Oh man, sweet. Okay, I'm gonna reset them. We got them standing right here, and they're still facing this way. Remember, I didn't turn them. They're like standing right here. So maybe I'm gonna move them down 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is where it can get tricky, okay? Make sure you have them moving the way you want them to. So I'm going to set agent move forward by 3. Let's do that.
And if you need to, you can stand up and you can, if you're having trouble, do I need to turn left or turn right? So you can collaborate with your friends. You can stand up. You can really, sometimes it helps me to move as I program because it gets confusing when you're looking from a bird's eye view or you're programming your agent and the agent is facing you and is it left? Is it right? So you can play it out.
For sure. I know this time I had them go forward again, and that's because they're facing this way. They went forward this way. What I really wanted to do is I'm going to try to have them move. I think that's my right hand, so that's going to have them move right 3 times instead. So I'm going to go back to my code. Instead of go forward on my last block, I'm going to change that to move right. I always like to test it before I do it.
So this means your agent will move sideways like a crab 3 spaces.
Yes, this time I didn't bother to turn them like I did the first time. So watch, the first time I do it, I turn them left. Now they moonwalk, and now they crab walk. And now I can even move them backwards. 1, 2, 3. And maybe what'll help you is not like that. Maybe you want to turn them around. I can always grab an agent turn. And have them turn right. I'm going to have them turn right.
So if you turn right 1 time, that's 90 degrees. And if you turn right another time, that's 180 degrees. So we'll switch directions. That makes sense.
Exactly. So like Guillaume said, 90 degrees, that's one right, and 180 degrees, that's two rights.
Oh
Now,
no, Amar, we're doing math. What are we doing? We're supposed to be playing Minecraft.
don't
Stop
tell
it.
them that. Don't tell them that. Okay, stop. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sweet. I am gonna have them move forward 3 times. Let's hit the play button. Remember to reset it. TP. You know what? I feel like watching this one up from the rafters, so I'm going to climb up here. Let's do this. C2. Oh man, look at those moves.
Good job, Amar.
Thank you. I know this is the first time I think you're seeing the agent, right, Jocelyn?
Yeah, this is my first time. My mind is just being blown right now. I'm so excited about this.
Awesome. I'm glad to be able to show that. And students, if this was your first time, welcome to the agent's world. You're just learning how to use them basically. I want you to understand why you're learning about the agent. You can set them to automatically farm for you. You can set them to protect you. You can even set them to build for you. By the end of this, when you keep going down this course, you're going to turn right at the end and you're going to come back down on the other side. It's going to teach you how to build with the agent. And the cool thing about building with the agent is this saves your code. Anytime you create something with code with the agent, you can take it to another world. So if you have a build code on how to build a house, you don't need to build it block by block anymore. No matter what world you're in, you can type in that code and he'll build a house for you in like 1 second. Almost like a fill command. It's crazy. Like, take the time to learn the agent. They can make your life super easier. And to continue your learning journey, you're just going to keep on following this path. I am not going to talk about challenge 3, okay? I might be doing it in the background. You can watch my screen if you want. I know Guillaume and Jocelyn are going to dive in to help me because I might get stuck at some points. You have the form link. You are having any problems, you send us a form message. We can take up your questions, but I'm going to literally keep going. Take a look at this one. This one gets 3D. Take a look at that plate over there. 1, 2, behind the lava. 4, that one's a really fun one. Then you're going to turn at the end. And see, I didn't lie to you. You're going to start harvesting blocks. Eventually, you're going to start harvesting crops. And right at the end, you're actually going to start making buildings. This little empty plot of land. It is going to be exciting. We're here to help you every step of the way. I'm actually going to set a nice little timer so I remember to come back to you, so I actually remember to say goodbye. Maybe I'm going to give you about 30 minutes of quiet experimentation time. We're on challenge 3 right now. Keep on going. Anything you want to add, Jocelyn or Guillaume?
Yeah, I just have a quick question here. Someone was wondering, again, how they open the chat when they're playing on an iPad. Do you mind just saying that again?
Yeah. I wonder if I have a picture on my PowerPoint. That might help, but I think I deleted it, which was not smart of me, Amar. Let me see. Yeah, looks like I deleted. I'm so sorry. I should stick that in every single one of my presentations. What you're going to do is look at the top of your screen. On an iPad, at the top of the screen, there should be like 3 buttons right in the middle top of your screen. One of them looks like a comic chat box. Like, have you ever read a comic where Superman's talking? Do you know what a chat bubble looks like? It looks like that. Press that button, and that's going to open up your chat.
I have it on my screen. Jesselyn, if you want to share my screen, I can show it.
Thank you, Guillaume.
So it's at the top of your screen. There's a pause button and then a chat button right next to it. So this is how you'll open the chat command. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. That looks good.
Yeah.
All right. And for challenge 3, there's something I need to show you because you might experience a little glitch. And I'll explain it to you and you'll understand, and I'll tell you how to fix that glitch or avoid it altogether. So let me just head to challenge 3. And this one, I think they wanted the challenge to look really nice, so they added carpet on the floor right here, and the pressure plates are right here. But sometimes when you tell your robot to go up one step and then forward, the robot will remain stuck in the carpet.
Oh, no.
So you might have to ask your robot to go up one step, up another step, even if there's a ceiling, force it up one more step, and then have it go forward. If you want to avoid that, there's no, you can always do the challenge and have your robot on the side right here. And you can program your robot to move on this here and then move left on the pressure plate and come back, move up. You do the same movements that your agent would need to do inside the real maze. Sorry. But then you avoid getting stuck in the carpet. So you still tell your agent to move up, move forward, but you do it just outside of the maze. And this way, you'll be just fine as long as you just add a move left command to hit that plate and move right to come back out. And the same thing at the end, move left and the final forward to light up those redstone lamps at the end. So if you get stuck in the carpet, double that that command. So up one extra step in a separate command and then forward, or just do it completely outside. And in a few minutes, when it's time, when we'll give you the answer, you'll see that there is a pretty sneaky way of getting around this challenge. And we'll show you that in a few minutes.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Guillaume. Hey, so we set a timer for 15 minutes. Sorry.
Awesome. And just to remind everybody, if you have questions, please drop them in that form. We're here to help.
"15 minutes.
Ooh, we have a really good question. Shahid is asking, how do you make the agent jump?
Oh, that's great. Guillaume, you're on the screen right now. So can you click on the agent move? You see where it says agent move forward? Guillaume can actually click on forward and change that to move up or down, if you noticed. And up would be if you want him to jump. Down would be if you want them to come back down, because they fly. Okay, if you send them up, you got to remember to bring them down. Otherwise, they're kind of going to float. They don't actually jump, they fly. Let us know if you have any other questions.
The agent jumps the same way you do, by moving up and down. Namar, you were asking earlier how to count the number of blocks. Well, if you look at those stones here, this vertical line So we can see that this is 1 meter long, so it ends right here. So you can count the number of vertical lines on the block. So this is 1 block right here, 2, 3, and then this would be the 4th block. So once you start exploring and you start building, then you realize sometimes there are little hints to guide you, those little lines.
I still like the gloss blocks better for visibility, but I can see how that works now. That makes a lot more sense to me. Thank you, Guillaume. You cleared that one up for me. That's huge.
So you can see on my screen right now, I have a bunch of commands. I'm teaching my agent to do all sorts of basic things like teleporting, turning left, turning right, moving forward, moving backwards. Oh, and Amar, maybe there's something maybe we forgot to mention. So you see my code right now. I coded quite a few things. I have maybe too many blocks. I'm running out of space. If you look at your code builder right here, there's 2 buttons at the top. So the first one, you can move it left or right. So this will allow you to see what's going on in your Minecraft and your Minecraft world in the background. Or if you click on these arrows, you'll have it full screen. So this way you'll get much more space. Or if you want to see what's in the background, then minimize it, put it on the right side, and then you can see where your agent is. And if you reposition yourself like this, again, so you see I can look at the number of spaces and have a little overview of what I need to do with my agent. So I find this helps sometimes.
Guillaume, you've made my life so much easier. Can you do me a favor? Can you make that full screen for 1 second?
Of course.
I remember I told some of my friends that you can also do this in JavaScript. My recommendation for everyone is to stick to blocks, but you'll notice at the top of that screen right now it's on blocks, but Guillaume can even change this over to JavaScript if they wanted. If you don't know what you're doing, like, don't do this. This is really cool to learn JavaScript though, because take a look at all those blocks Guillaume had. It's actually changed it into JavaScript, so you can start learning the basics. Change it back to blocks and keep on going with blocks. Unless you're more comfortable with JavaScript, I'll let you choose that. My recommendation is we all keep working with blocks for now. Unless you're really an expert, then keep going how you're comfortable.
Now we'll continue with blocks, but I just want to highlight this here. So we see everything that's in blue, it's a function. So right now what we're doing, we're creating functions. So forward is a function and C3 is a function. The same way your microwave has built-in functions, like a button for popcorn or a button for, I don't know, potatoes or something like that. So microwaves have different pre-made settings to make our life easier. Same thing for your agent. The more pre-made settings you have, the easier your life would be.
Love it. Thank you, Guillaume. So Guillaume, I noticed we are both doing challenge 2 in a little bit of a different way. How about we share it in about another 6 to 8 minutes?
Make sense? See, my robot just got it's stuck in the carpet. at the moment. You can see that because my robot is not in the middle of the block anymore. It's slightly to the right, but it didn't go on top of the carpet like it was supposed to. So I'm going to try and add another forward block here to see if this will make my agent go over the carpet, hopefully. Troubleshoot that.
So this might be a really good time to remind everybody that this is a pause and play workshop. So if we've just got some questions coming in like, hey, what if I have to go to class? You can always pause this and come back to it. It will be here. It's being recorded. And if you pause and come back, you can continue playing. You're not going to lose what you've done. So totally fine to pause and come back. You're not going to hurt our feelings. We're very glad you've been here with us. But yeah, if you need to pause, to even grab a drink or a snack and come back to it, that's totally fine. But you should probably, if you have class, you should probably pause this and then go to your other class, and then you can come back to this.
And we will also, for the other challenges, so we're trying different ways, but we'll explain it different ways. We'll show you different strategies to beat this challenge. And as I said, there's a little glitch with the carpet that happens sometimes. So I'm having that glitch right now. So don't panic, don't get angry. The only thing you need to do is add go up and an extra go forward step to beat this this little glitch, or step on the side and just have your agent go back in only to press on the pressure plate and do the challenge on the gray line on the right side. It doesn't matter. We're not this is not evaluated. So as long as your agent can step on the plates, that's the only thing that matters. So your agent needs to touch this plate, touch that one, and finally this one. Okay, so you get to choose how your agent goes to those locations. It's entirely up to you how your agent will go there.
Hey, Guillaume, would you just show that again? Because I had a Mars screen in the broadcast instead of yours. So if you just want to say that again.
Sorry, I thought it was mine now.
No, that's my bad.
I have you on a separate screen, so sorry. Yeah, so for this challenge, as you can see, my little robot here did not move onto the carpet. So you have to add in the code an extra line to have your agent go up. Even if it's already up, have it go up one extra step and move forward twice. So 2 separate lines of codes to move forward to beat the carpet. But otherwise, if you want, you can have your robot on the gray side right here. Okay, and the only thing that matters is that your robot comes and touches this plate. So you can program your robot any way you like, as long as the robot touches this plate, that plate, and this one right here. So instead of following the red carpet, your agent could come from here, step on the side, move forward, go left, touch the plate, come back out, move forward, go up, go left, touch the plate, come back out, and same thing here, right? So as long as your agent touches the plate, that's the only thing that matters.
And that's just something that I always come back to that I love about coding. It puts us in a mind frame of problem solving, right? And creative thinking. And I love even just something I always say to my students, even in my math classroom, there's not only one right way to do something. And coding is just, that is what is so cool about it, is you're kind of encouraged to think outside the box. It's like, if you can do something in an easier way, then why wouldn't you? And so I always tell my students, I love a good shortcut. So when you can find something that's encouraged, like coding, that's part of the reason why I think it's so cool. So yeah.
So one more time, I will show you how I overcame this carpet glitch right here. So I told my agent to move up and then move forward, but it got stuck in the carpet. So what I did, I added an extra move up line right here, and I added an extra move forward line right after the moving up. So it's, instead of going up and forward, it's go up again, go forward again. So this way we go over that carpet, and then we can continue our coding the same way as before. Hopefully this will get me to the second plate. Yes. Hmm.
Amar, I've got your screen up. Just checking in. What are you working on right now? You're muted.
I'm almost at the end. I was just getting stuck on the carpet, like Guillaume was saying, right on that last piece. Let's see if I was able to troubleshoot it. Nice.
So we have Grace, who is frustrated. They said the last drop on the maze is glitching. They've tried it 5 times to fix it. Help!
Sorry, say that one more time. I only caught the help part.
Oh, I said, so Grace is asking, they said the last drop on the maze is glitching and they've tried it 5 times. They can't fix it. Please help.
Okay, Grace. There's 2 possibilities for you. When your agent lands right down here on the last drop, when they're standing here, you can do 2 things. Guillaume mentioned that you can have them step to the right, so they're going to step out like this. They're going to go forward 1, 2, and have them step back into the left and get on that gold plate. That's one way. The other thing you can do, because I just realized mine is getting bugged. My agent just got stuck down here. I'm going to try to add a move down command. So agent move down, because I think he's too high. And I want to move them down by 1. And then I'm going to have them move forward by 2. And let's check if that works, Grace. Otherwise, I'm going to do exactly what I suggested, which is have them step out to the right, go forward, step back in to the left. Did that make sense, Jesselyn?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Adding that extra little move is a really smart idea. So Grace, why don't you try that and let us know in the forum if that's working. I'm also curious to know how everybody's doing. We've got a really quiet forum today. I think everybody's just super busy building and exploring. So I'd love to know how everyone's doing.
For sure. Let us know. And we might take a little brain break in like another minute. I want to show you something that Guillaume pointed out is going on behind the scenes. So I'll interrupt you in probably another minute. All right, if you're still working through challenge number 3, it's okay. Pause your game, come back to my screen for a second. I just want to show you something. This was a really complicated contraption. I don't know if you realize sticky pistons were being used. When you step on this pressure plate, it sucked in that block, it pulled it in. You'll notice when you step on those pressure plates, the lights go on. If you're curious how that works, you can actually jump behind this building. To do that, you're going to press escape. You're going to go into your settings first, and you can change this into creative mode. Once you've set this to creative mode, you can actually move over the barrier block. Oh, give me 1 second. I didn't do it in the right way. Settings, make sure you change the personal game mode, not the default. Personal game mode, set that to creative, then come back into your game. Now you'll notice I can walk through, nothing's stopping me. From behind here, if I press that button, I can actually see all the redstone gadgetry and magic going on. Don't ask me to explain this because this one is super complicated and a little tough even for me. But you can see how redstone works if you're curious and how that circuit is sending all kinds of signals at the front end. That's how they made the magic happen. Any responses to that form? How's everyone doing with this challenge, Jesselyn?
We are pretty quiet over here. I think, though, Grace had said that their agent was stuck on the top. And so I think that explains a little bit some of those sticky things that are embedded in there.
If they were stuck on the top, make sure you click like down. Have them move down maybe 3 or 4 times instead of just once or twice. That might help them kind of get unstuck. Guillaume, do you have any other ideas?
Oh, I have one. For everyone who's frustrated with the carpet, I have the perfect solution for you. So just if you can show my screen for this time, I can explain a few things. So this is my code for this challenge, the C3 challenge. And as you can see, I have my agent move in very small...
Hold on, Guillaume.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't want this spoiled, you're pausing it, okay? You're not watching.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert. Sorry. So if you don't want the answer right now, pause me. So this is my build, my code for challenge 3, and it's all very small steps. And you'll notice that I have doubled some of the steps. So instead of saying agent move forward by 3, I said move by 1. So this will help the agent get over that little carpet. And then when there's no carpet, you can move forward. But it's all very small increments. And you can see that it creates a very long line of code to get all the way to the end, right? So right now, I have a question for you guys. If you are still in the chat, what is, according to you, the lowest number of coding blocks that we can use to complete this challenge? So I've used, I would say, about 25 blocks, 30 blocks maybe. So how can I make this function smaller? How small do you think I can get it in order for my agent to touch all the plates and go to the end? Amar, do you have ideas?
Sorry, Guillaume, you caught me off guard. I was trying to find that link. What was the question one more time?
No, I'm looking for, according to you, what is the lowest number of coding blocks I can use to have my agent touch all the plates and touch the gold plate at the end and complete the challenge? Right now, my code has around 25, 30 blocks. What is the lowest number of blocks I could use to complete this challenge, you think?
So just looking at your code, I can see you using a couple repeat commands, maybe. I don't know, maybe you can go into your loops, have it repeat.
Excellent. So yes.
Some of those move forward buttons into move forward by 2. Even then, I would guess you're going to need between 10 to 20. I don't see it being shorter than that, Guillaume. Do you have another trick for me?
I might have. So here, instead of having forward block 2 times, I can say repeat 2 times, move forward. So I can get rid of 1 block, right? So this helps. This will make my code shorter. Jess, any ideas?
Well, we have, there's always one. We have one person who said just 1 block, use the TP command. That is kind of just skipping, but
that is very close. That is very close. But if you use the teleport command, it doesn't work because the agent needs to touch all 3 white plates before touching the golden plate at the end, right? So, but it's very close. So once again, if you want my answer right now, keep watching. If you don't want my answer, spoiler alert, press pause. I'll give you a chance. So take a look at this. This is my, this is my cheat code. 4 blocks. So you can ask your agent to teleport to a specific position in the world. So in order to do that, you need to activate your coordinates. So if you look at the top right of my screen, you see it says position 177, 4, 2. Those are the positions. Look what happens when I move around. So I just went and I stepped on a plate right here, and it gives me position 188, 5, and 7. So this is the x-axis, the z-axis, and the y-axis. So right now, this is my geographic position inside this world. And the code right here, so I'm going to use agent, and here, teleport to coordinates, but you'll see there's something different about my block. So this is a position. When you see this symbol, it says position relative to you. So this is where I am standing right now, or 1 block in front of me. So if I do this, this is 1 block in front of me. This is 1 block in front, 1 block higher, right? So we want to be able to change this green section here. So if we go in positions right here on the left side, you'll notice that you can select, and you have different options. So I'm going to choose world and drag that right here, and it's going to replace the relative position with a world position. And then I type 188. I switch by pressing tab, or you click in the zone, 5 and 7. You ready to see my cheat? See if it works. Cheat. Boom. Was it too fast? It might have been too fast, but my agent went on every plate and hit that golden plate at the end within not even a second, right? And with only 4 blocks of code. So that's kind of cheating, but not that much, because we're coding and we just found the most efficient way of completing that puzzle.
And I just have a little bit of an update here. Grace just typed in the form that they figured it out and they finished that challenge. Thank you so much.
Good job.
I also just wanted to highlight as well that Shahid a little while ago said, I'm finally done. It took me 80 years to do it. So this is also a wormhole of time. And Saru-san said they passed challenge 3. So that's pretty cool too. Someone's been going ahead and getting some further coding done while we were working on that.
Amazing. And hey, if you're not done with challenge 3 yet, that is totally fine. Work through this at your own pace, okay? We all learn at different speeds. So keep on trying. And if you're on challenge 4, good luck. It's going to start getting a little bit crazier. Challenge 5 calms it down a little bit, helps me relax a little again. But work through challenge 4 first. And Guillaume, I am going to cheat through challenge 4 because I don't feel like calculating all this anymore. So thank you.
But it's still coding. And we in life, there are ways of doing things, but sometimes we find a faster way and the end result is the same. But we still have to be careful when we find shortcuts like this in real life. Sometimes there are reasons why things take a certain time and there are certain steps that we need to go through. So so you can teleport because it's a new command and we're learning that. But sometimes it helps if you complete the steps. So this is a learning challenge. We're learning to code, learning to have our agent turn and go up and go down. But thankfully, there is no carpet in challenge 4. So no glitches there.
You know what, Guillaume, that's fair. I'm going to have to coordinate this and count it out. You ruined some of my fun, but all right. I'm down back into it. So students, we're going to keep on working together on this for about another 5 minutes, and then we're going to do one of the most important things we do, which is wrap things up and say our goodbyes. And don't worry if you're coming back for session 3, we're going to be designing and experiencing an escape room, so look forward to that. And if you're not, that's cool. Have a great rest of your day, but we'll formally wrap it up in about 5 minutes, okay? Keep on working through those challenges for now.
So I've got Matthew here saying that they finished the challenge, every challenge easily. So I wonder if they know some of those cheats.
Maybe they've had a lot of practice with their coding their microwave and they're really good at coding that way.
That's true.
And so those challenges, if you have, since you have a Minecraft education account, you can continue learning how to code over the summer. You can continue in September also. This could be a nice activity in your with your teacher as a project next time, because everything you learn with your agent, you can apply to different things. So for example, with my students, at some point, they were curious. We were exploring the Great Wall of China, and we were wondering how long it took to build the Great Wall of China and how long it would take us to rebuild the Great Wall of China within Minecraft. And we figured out that the Great Wall of China, if I remember correctly, in Minecraft would need 21 million blocks, one after the other, to create the length of the Great Wall of China. But that the wall is thicker than just one block, so that's multiplied by 10, and the wall is also higher. So it's not only a distance, it's a volume, and it needed to go over hills and mountains. So with my students, we use the agent to program the agent to detect if there's a block, detect if there's a river, and we started asking the agent to build the Great Wall of China. So we had 10 agents side by side in a multiplayer world, and we asked our agents to build using different conditions, and we built a section of the Great Wall of China because it would take too long. But it was interesting to know that the agent could do that. We also built the agent can be used as a diamond detector also. So the agent can scan under the ground in the earth, and if there's a diamond somewhere, the agent can make you a sign, or the agent can dig, go pick up the diamond and bring it back to you. So there's ways to automate things as well using your agent.
I'm still trying to digest that Great Wall of China project, so that's awesome. Well, I've thought about the detector for like valuable metal detection, but that's something I got to work on too, Guillaume. Thank you so much for these ideas.
I've always wondered when I've seen videos of, I didn't know about the agent before today. And so I've always wondered, like, how are they doing that? How do they make it, mine for them? Or how is that building like automatically? How do they build so fast? And so this has changed everything for me today. I'm so excited to go play after the session.
That's awesome. Always love to hear that, and I hope students are enjoying it as much as Jesselyn has as well. And we keep on exploring this because these skills are valuable, and I'll talk more about that in about 4 minutes. Yo, did you know that the agent can just dive through lava like it's nothing?
The agent can fly. It can't die. It has an inventory, so you can place things in your agent's inventory. So, for example, this is what I'm doing on my screen right now. I'm giving my agent seeds, so my agent can move, till the ground, plant a seed, move forward, till, plant seeds, and then dig to make a little trench to have water around to recreate the garden. So yeah, the agent is a pretty fantastic ally, if you ask me.
That's well put. Well put.
It's like the best pet you could ever have.
I know, right?
Amar, I've got your screen up. You want to just check in real quick? What are you working on?
I've gotten my friend over here. I'm going to just test the code right now, almost at the end. And if you want to double check, Jesselyn, that I didn't cheat with the TP command, I appreciate you checking that. And watch him go. Hold on, I didn't get him positioned right. That's one more down. But you know what, Jesselyn? I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this. And Guillaume, I'm pretty sure you're not done yet either. I think you made it as far as challenge.
Well, I started challenge 5 while I was sharing my screen. So there's a little spoiler there also to get students, just to show them a few of the blocks they'll need later. So there are traces of what I've been doing, and I've done the same thing for challenge 6. And the rest, a little house. If you've done challenge 5 and 6, you'll be able to build a house. You just need to take your time and figure out how to logically place your blocks. But you'll have a few things, and I'm going to come right here. So this farm right now, I can show you my code for that. So 2 codes, one to mine. So I won't explain it, but if ever you need to come back to this, you can put that on your screen, and you'll have a way to start. So it's not the complete code, mind you, but just enough of a hint to get you going.
Perfect. And why don't we come back to my screen? No matter where we are right now, if you have more time to build right now or you don't want to spoil things, feel free to pause it. That's totally fine. But why don't we go through some of the answers? I'm going to go through my screen really slow before I ask you the last question we have. Let's go through some of those solutions. You'll notice over here, if you needed a solution for challenge 3, it is up on my screen. Hit the pause button. Go ahead and read that if you were still working through challenge 3 and you wanted to double check later on. Guillaume talked about that teleportation. Again, if you want to try that teleportation later on, you can pause it on this screen and read through these instructions. But I'm going to ask you a question and I'm going to talk about a couple things. What did you enjoy most about using the agent, first of all? Do you have any ideas how the agent can help you build in the future? Guillaume teased you with a couple possibilities for that. So I want you to think about that, and I want you to go to thecc.page/block2, type out your answers. While you're doing that, for the sake of time, I also want you to listen to what I'm going to say for the next couple of minutes, and then we'll wrap up and finish up. Some of you might be wondering, why do we learn coding? Guillaume did a great job of mentioning how many solutions there are for any problem. Coding makes us a lot more creative. We understand when we look at one problem, there might be more than one solution. And then we can figure out what's the easiest solution. Do we want to use the repeat blocks to make things faster? Do we want to keep things long? There's no wrong answer. Both of them solve the problem, but maybe one of them might work a little bit better. So coding teaches us creativity. Coding also lets us think logically. Think about what we were doing for the last couple of minutes. Move forward 1, move up 1, move forward. We were literally breaking down a very complex problem. Go from the start to the finish. That's very complex. We broke it down step by step. Move forward, move up, move forward, move down, move forward, move up, move forward 5. Do that with any problem you have in life. Do that with any math problem you have in life, but any problem you have. Think about it step by step. If I do this, what's the repercussion? If I do that, is that going to get me closer to my goal? Break things down. Very valuable skill. And if you're still not convinced why coding is important, I'll tell you one of my first weeks at Microsoft, I was at the Microsoft offices. They called all of us in that were working for their education team. And they told us at a company like Microsoft, they had something like 6,000 STEM-related jobs, specifically related to coding, that they couldn't find anyone to work. That's Microsoft, okay? There's other big tech companies. You might be thinking about Nintendo. You might be thinking about Sony. You might be thinking about HP, like Lord knows. There's a lot of tech companies out there. If Microsoft has a shortage of 6,000 coders, I'm sure a lot of those other companies. So if you enjoyed this even a little bit, and you're like, hey, I might be able to do this for a living, I guarantee you there's like a future in it for you. Now, I'm done saying my bit. Hopefully you weren't listening to too much high concentration, I guess. Maybe you had a little bit of a chance to say, what did you enjoy the most about using the agent today? Do you have any ideas how the agent can help you build in the future? Jesselyn, were they super focused, or?
We've got a couple. We've got a couple here. So I know that, let me go back here. Jacob said that they tried to build an automatic wheat farm, that they had lots of cool features in that farm, and that they also had a cobblestone. I think it was maybe from the Earth Week stuff we did. So it was kind of eco-friendly.
It sounds like they were doing the morning redstone lesson. That's what
It's possible.
But that's good for me and Guillaume to know. So thank you for sharing that.
But then I do have a question here.
Okay.
Shahid is wondering if the most powerful mob, a wither mob, can't destroy the agent. Is that true?
The agent is invulnerable. You can't kill it.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, indestructible for sure.
And I would like to add, well, my favorite part is that I I work with Lego robots, like the Mindstorm kits, and I like those, but they're really expensive. They're like $400 or $500 for a set. But it's nice because you have something that moves around and it interacts with the real world. But that agent in Minecraft, it does interact in pretty much the same way. It can pick up things, dig, destroy, and it can do so much. And it's fairly straightforward to use. So I think this is a great advantage, a great game to play with.
Absolutely, Guillaume. And that's a great connection as well, right? Everything we learned here can be plugged into other coding systems as well. You learn coding on Minecraft, you can use it with Mindstorm, you can use it with Sphero, you can use it with so many different things, Scratch. Choose a system, keep on practicing. If you're using Minecraft, that's more the better. Hopefully you enjoyed this session. Hopefully you learned a little something about coding. Some of you might have been expert coders that walked in here. Some of you mentioned you already knew JavaScript. So I hope you can continue practicing those skills in Minecraft. It is the top of the hour. I don't want to keep you here longer. I'm not sure what your plans are right now, but me and Guillaume do get a little break. We're going to be back in about 30 minutes live if you're going to join us for our escape room session. And if you're not, have a great rest of your day. You might want to reach out to your teacher right now. What am I supposed to do for this little break? Or if there's any plans, or what are we doing for the afternoon, okay? Send that message where it needs to go. Thanks again for joining us. Guillaume, Jesselyn, I'll let you wrap it up.
Always a pleasure, Amar. See you in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.